The cold expanse of space held its breath as the alien armada descended upon the human settlement of New Earth. The once vibrant planet now lay in ruins, a shadow of its former glory. The invaders, known only as the Zeltari, had swept through the galaxy with ruthless efficiency, leaving destruction and despair in their wake. From the command center of the human starbase, Admiral Samantha Hayes surveyed the unfolding chaos with grim determination. Her gaze was steely, her resolve unyielding. They were outnumbered, outgunned, with no hope of reinforcements or retreat. But the humans would not go down without a fight. Battle stations, all personnel to their stations. Admiral Hayes' voice boomed over the intercom, echoing through the metal corridors of the starbase. The crew sprang into action, moving with practiced precision as they prepared for the onslaught. As the Zeltari warships loomed closer, the starbase's defensive grid sprang to life, sending out a deadly barrage of energy beams and missiles. Explosions lit up the darkness of space as the two forces clashed in a furious symphony of destruction. Admiral Hayes watched the battle unfold, every fiber of her being focused on the task at hand. She knew the odds were against them, but she also knew that the human spirit was a force to be reckoned with. They had faced adversity before and had emerged victorious. This would be no different. As the Zeltari closed in on the starbase, their weapons tearing through the defensive grid with brutal efficiency, a sense of desperation gripped the crew. But Admiral Hayes remained resolute, her voice cutting through the chaos. No retreat, no surrender. We stand as one, for New Earth, for humanity. The crew rallied around her words, determination shining in their eyes as they fought with all their might. The starbase trembled under the relentless assault, but still, they held their ground. In a moment of defiance, a group of human fighters launched from the starbase, engaging the Zeltari in a daring dogfight. Their maneuvers were daring, their aim true as they harried the enemy with relentless ferocity. Admiral Hayes watched with a mixture of pride and sorrow as the battle raged on. The odds seemed insurmountable, the enemy relentless. But still, the humans fought on, their indomitable will driving them forward. As the battle reached its climax, the starbase's systems strained to their limits, the crew running on sheer adrenaline and determination. And then, in a blinding flash of light, the final Zeltari warship exploded, its wreckage scattering into the void of space. Silence descended upon the battlefield as the remaining Zeltari forces retreated, their defeat a bitter pill to swallow. The humans had stood their ground, against all odds, against all reason. They had triumphed. Admiral Hayes breathed a sigh of relief, her shoulders sagging with exhaustion. The crew erupted into cheers, their voices united in victory. But amidst the celebration, she knew that this was just the beginning. The Zeltari would return, stronger and more determined than ever. As she looked out at the shattered remains of New Earth, Admiral Hayes knew that the human stand that should have failed had succeeded, and they would not falter again. In the aftermath of the hard-fought victory at New Earth, the human survivors worked tirelessly to rebuild what had been lost. Amidst the debris and ruins, a sense of unity and determination permeated the air. The victory against the Zeltari had been costly, but it had also reignited a spark of hope in the hearts of the human colonies scattered across the galaxy. Admiral Samantha Hayes stood on the bridge of the starbase, overseeing the recovery efforts with a mix of pride and sorrow. The battle had taken its toll, both in lives lost and resources depleted. But the resilience of the human spirit shone brightly in the face of adversity. As the starbase's repair crews worked day and night to restore its systems, a beacon of hope emerged in the form of an unexpected transmission. A message from a distant human colony offering assistance and support in the wake of the recent attack. Admiral Hayes felt a surge of gratitude and relief as she read the message. The solidarity of their fellow humans filled her with renewed determination. They were not alone in this fight against the Zeltari. Together, they would stand strong. With newfound resolve, Admiral Hayes mobilized the starbase's resources, coordinating with the other human colonies to fortify their defenses and coordinate their efforts. The Zeltari had shown their strength, but humanity would show them their resilience. As the days turned into weeks, the rebuilt starbase hummed with renewed energy and purpose. The crew worked tirelessly, training, strategizing and fortifying their position for the inevitable return of the Zeltari. But this time they were ready. News of the human stand at New Earth had spread like wildfire across the galaxy, inspiring other alien civilizations to lend their support to the human cause. Offers of technology, supplies, and even troops poured in from unexpected allies, all eager to stand with humanity in the face of the Zeltari threat. Admiral Hayes felt a swell of pride as she witnessed the outpouring of support from across the galaxy. The human spirit had stirred something in the hearts of all sentient beings, a shared resolve to defeat a common enemy. And then, one fateful day, the Zeltari returned. The alarm blared throughout the starbase as the Zeltari armada descended upon them once more, their weapons primed and ready. But this time, the humans were prepared. The combined forces of humanity and their newfound allies met the Zeltari head-on, a wall of defiance and determination against the tide of destruction. The battle that ensued was fierce and unforgiving, a clash of civilizations fighting for their very survival. But this time, the humans stood shoulder to shoulder with their allies, their spirits unbroken, their will unyielding. As the dust settled, and the debris of the Zeltari warships scattered across the void of space, a new chapter began for humanity. The human stand that should have failed had not only succeeded, but had sparked a galaxy-wide alliance against a common threat. Admiral Samantha Hayes gazed out at the stars, a sense of hope and determination burning bright in her eyes. The battle was won, but the war was far from over. Humanity had proven that even in the face of insurmountable odds, they would stand strong, and stand they would, united and unyielding, against any who dared threaten their existence. In the wake of the decisive victory over the Zeltari, a wave of unity swept across the galaxy like a beacon of light in the darkness. The human stand that should have failed had not only succeeded, but had forged bonds of camaraderie and mutual respect among civilizations that had once been divided by mistrust and conflict. Admiral Samantha Hayes stood at the forefront of this newfound alliance, her leadership and unwavering determination earning her the respect of allies from all corners of the galaxy. Together, they formed a coalition of species, united in their resolve to confront any threat that dared to challenge their shared values of freedom and peace. The starbase became a hub of activity, bustling with diplomats, scientists and warriors from a myriad of species, all working together towards a common goal. Plans were drawn, alliances were strengthened, and technologies were shared, each member of the coalition bringing their unique strengths to the table. As the coalition grew in strength and unity, so too did their resolve to stand against the remnants of the Zeltari threat. Scattered remnants of the defeated armada continued to pose a danger to the galaxy, launching raids and attacks in a desperate bid for survival. But the combined forces of humanity and their diverse allies were a formidable wall, standing firm against the onslaught. Admiral Hayes found herself at the forefront of this galactic struggle, leading the charge against the remnants of the Zeltari with a sense of purpose and determination that inspired all those around her. Her strategic brilliance and unwavering resolve were instrumental in turning the tide of the conflict, thwarting the Zeltari's attempts at regrouping and striking back. The battles that raged across the galaxy were intense and grueling, testing the limits of the coalition's strength and resolve. But with each victory, the bonds between the allied species grew stronger, forging a sense of unity that transcended borders and species lines. As the conflict drew to a close, the remnants of the Zeltari threat were finally vanquished, their reign of terror brought to an end by the united front of the coalition. The galaxy breathed a collective sigh of relief, a newfound era of peace and cooperation dawning in the wake of the conflict. Admiral Samantha Hayes stood on the bridge of the starbase, watching as the stars shimmered in the distance, a sense of pride and hope filling her heart. The human stand that should have failed had not only succeeded, but had united the galaxy in a way none had thought possible. As the various species of the coalition celebrated their hard-won victory, a sense of optimism and camaraderie filled the air, a testament to the enduring power of unity in the face of adversity. The galaxy had been forever changed by the events that had unfolded, but in the end, it was the alliance of species that emerged stronger, more resilient than ever before. And so, the legacy of the human stand that should have failed lived on, a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come, a reminder that when the galaxy stood united, no challenge was insurmountable. In the aftermath of the galactic conflict, a newfound era of peace and cooperation blossomed across the stars. The coalition of species, forged in the crucible of war, now stood as a beacon of unity and resilience in the face of any future threats that may arise. Admiral Samantha Hayes surveyed the bustling spaceport of the starbase, now a symbol of cooperation and harmony among the diverse species that called it home. Diplomats, traders, and explorers moved freely through the corridors, their interactions marked by respect and understanding. As she walked through the corridors, she couldn't help but reflect on the journey that had led them to this moment. The human stand that should have failed had not only succeeded, but had paved the way for a new era of collaboration and peace in the galaxy. The alliance of species had proven to be more than just a military coalition. It was a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. Species that had once been divided by mistrust and conflict now worked together, sharing knowledge, resources, and ideas for the betterment of all. In the heart of the starbase, a grand assembly hall had been constructed, a symbol of the coalition's commitment to working together towards a shared future. Here, representatives from each species gathered to discuss matters of governance, trade, and exploration, their voices blending in a chorus of cooperation and mutual understanding. Admiral Hayes found herself at the center of these discussions, a respected leader among her peers, admired for her strategic acumen and unwavering dedication to the cause of peace. Her guidance and wisdom had been instrumental in shaping the future of the coalition, ensuring that the lessons learned from the conflict with the Zeltari were never forgotten. As the galaxy flourished under the banner of unity, new frontiers beckoned, ripe for exploration and discovery. The combined efforts of the coalition led to the establishment of new colonies, the unlocking of ancient technologies, and the forging of alliances with civilizations beyond the reaches of known space. The stars themselves seemed to twinkle with a newfound sense of hope and possibility, a testament to the resilience and indomitable spirit of the united galaxy. The human stand that should have failed had instead sparked a legacy of cooperation and solidarity that would endure for generations to come. As Admiral Samantha Hayes looked out at the vast expanse of space, she felt a sense of pride and gratitude for the journey that had led them to this moment. The galaxy had faced its share of challenges, but through unity and determination, it had emerged stronger and more vibrant than ever before. And as she gazed out at the stars, she knew that the legacy of the human stand that should have failed would continue to shine as a guiding light, illuminating the way forward for all those who dared to dream of a better future, united in purpose and vision. Years had passed since the galactic conflict that had tested the resolve and unity of the coalition of species. In that time, the galaxy had flourished, blossoming into a vibrant tapestry of cooperation and progress. The starbase that had borne witness to the human stand that should have failed now stood as a testament to the enduring legacy of unity and resilience. Admiral Samantha Hayes had retired from active duty, her legendary leadership immortalized in the annals of galactic history. As an elder stateswoman, she dedicated her time to promoting peace and understanding among the diverse species of the coalition, sharing her wisdom and experiences with the next generation of leaders. The Grand Assembly Hall buzzed with activity as representatives from across the galaxy gathered for a special commemoration of the anniversary of the Zeltari conflict. The hall was adorned with holographic displays depicting the key battles and moments that had defined the Coalition's journey towards peace and prosperity. As the ceremony commenced, Admiral Hayes stood before the assembly, her voice carrying the weight of years of experience and wisdom. Today, we gather not only to honor the memory of those who fought and sacrificed in the conflict against the Zeltari, but also to celebrate the enduring spirit of unity and cooperation that has defined our galaxy in the years since, she began, her words echoing throughout the hall. The audience listened intently as Admiral Hayes spoke of the challenges faced and overcome, the lessons learned, and the bonds forged through shared adversity. She highlighted the importance of empathy, understanding, and respect in building a future where all species could thrive in harmony. The ceremony was followed by a series of discussions and workshops focused on continued collaboration in areas such as scientific research, cultural exchange, and environmental stewardship. Representatives from each species shared their ideas and visions for a galaxy united in peace and progress, inspired by the legacy of the human stand that had defied the odds. As the event drew to a close, a sense of optimism and hope filled the hearts of all those present. The legacy of unity born from the human stand that should have failed had transcended time and space, weaving a tapestry of cooperation and understanding that stretched across the galaxy and beyond. Amidst the applause and camaraderie, Admiral Samantha Hayes stood at the center of the assembly hall, a silent witness to the power of unity in the face of adversity. The human stand that should have failed had instead forged a path towards a future where differences were celebrated and challenges were met with strength and solidarity. And as the stars twinkled in the vast expanse of space, a beacon of hope shone brightly, a reminder to all who gazed upon it that the legacy of unity would endure, a guiding light for generations to come. The passage of years had seen the galaxy flourish under the banner of unity and cooperation. It was a time of peace and progress, with the diverse species of the Coalition working together to explore new frontiers and unlock the mysteries of the universe. But as the galaxy continued to evolve, new challenges emerged, testing the bonds that held the Coalition together. Admiral Samantha Hayes, now a revered elder stateswoman, watched with a mix of pride and concern as the Coalition navigated this new chapter in its history. The years of peace had fostered a sense of complacency among some, while others harbored ambitions that threatened the delicate balance of power that had been achieved. A series of diplomatic disputes and border skirmishes had flared up in recent months, straining the unity that had once defined the Coalition. Old rivalries resurfaced, and mistrust simmered beneath the surface, threatening to unravel the progress that had been made in the wake of the Zeltari conflict. Admiral Hayes knew that the time had come for the Coalition to once again face its demons, to reaffirm the principles of unity and cooperation that had brought them together in the first place. She called for a special summit to be held at the starbase, inviting representatives from all species to come together and address the growing tensions that threatened to divide them. As the delegates arrived at the starbase, their expressions ranged from curiosity to apprehension. The atmosphere was tense as discussions began, with disagreements and debates echoing through the corridors of the assembly hall. Admiral Hayes presided over the proceedings with a steady hand, her presence a calming influence in the midst of chaos. Days turned into weeks as the summit continued, with negotiations and compromises being made, alliances being tested and withdrawn. Slowly but surely, a sense of common purpose began to emerge, as the delegates worked towards a resolution that would reaffirm the Coalition's commitment to unity and peace. Finally, after weeks of intense discussions and deliberations, an agreement was reached. A new charter, outlining the shared values and responsibilities of the Coalition, was signed by representatives from each species, marking a new chapter in their collective history. As the delegates departed from the starbase, a renewed sense of optimism filled the air. The challenges of the present had been met with strength and resolve, reaffirming the belief that unity and cooperation were the keys to a brighter future for all. Admiral Samantha Hayes watched as the stars shimmered in the distance, a sense of hope and determination burning bright in her heart. The galaxy had faced its share of trials, but through unity and understanding, it had emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. And as the starbase hummed with activity, a new frontier beckoned, promising endless possibilities for exploration and discovery. The legacy of the human stand that should have failed had paved the way for a future where differences were embraced and challenges were met with unity and resolve. As the galaxy continued its journey through the cosmos, the spirit of cooperation and peace that had defined the Coalition's history shone like a guiding star, illuminating the path forward towards a new era of shared prosperity and understanding. Time had passed since the Unity Summit at the Starbase, and the coalition of species had strived to uphold the principles of cooperation and peace that had defined their interstellar alliance. For a while, it seemed that the galaxy was on a path towards a brighter future, where differences were celebrated and challenges were met with unity. However, the tides of fate are ever-changing, and a new threat loomed on the horizon, testing the resilience of the coalition once more. Reports began to filter in from the fringes of known space, whispers of a mysterious force that had emerged from the depths of the cosmos. This unknown entity, known only as the Voidborn, struck with ruthless efficiency, leaving devastation in its wake. Entire planets were consumed by darkness, their inhabitants disappearing without a trace. Admiral Samantha Hayes felt a sense of unease gnawing at the edges of her consciousness as she studied the reports coming in from the outer reaches of the galaxy. The Voidborn posed a threat unlike anything the Coalition had faced before, a dark and insidious force that seemed to defy understanding. Gathering the leaders of the Coalition once more, Admiral Hayes called for an emergency summit at the Starbase, urging unity and cooperation in the face of this new threat. The atmosphere in the assembly hall was tense, as the delegates discussed the reports and formulated a plan to confront the enigmatic Voidborn. As the summit progressed, it became clear that the Voidborn's methods were unlike any enemy they had faced before. Their technology was advanced, their tactics unpredictable, and their motives shrouded in mystery. The Coalition found themselves facing a foe that seemed to emerge from the very essence of the cosmos itself, a force of destruction that defied all known laws of nature. Despite the challenges and uncertainty that lay ahead, the delegates of the Coalition resolved to stand united against the Voidborn, drawing strength from their shared experiences and bonds of friendship forged in the fires of adversity. The spirit of cooperation and understanding that had defined their alliance in the past would be their greatest weapon in the face of this new threat. As the summit came to a close, the delegates departed from the Starbase, their minds filled with a mixture of trepidation and determination. The galaxy stood on the brink of a new conflict, one that would test their resolve to the very core. But they knew that as long as they stood united, there was hope for a brighter future. And so, as the stars twinkled in the distance, casting their light upon the galaxy, a new chapter began. The legacy of unity that had defined the Coalition's history would be put to the ultimate test as they faced the resurgence of darkness in the form of the enigmatic Voidborn. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see if the bonds of friendship and cooperation would prove strong enough to withstand the encroaching shadows. The galaxy braced itself for the impending storm that loomed on the horizon, the enigmatic threat of the Voidborn, a shadowy force that seemed to defy comprehension. As reports of their destructive incursions continued to spread, the coalition of species scrambled to prepare for the looming conflict, their resolve tested once more in the face of uncertainty and fear. Admiral Samantha Hayes stood on the bridge of the Starbase, overseeing the preparations for the inevitable confrontation with the Voidborn. The displays flickered with data and tactical analyses as the crew worked tirelessly to fortify their defenses and devise strategies to counter the mysterious enemy's onslaught. A sense of urgency permeated the corridors of the starbase as diplomats, scientists, and warriors from across the coalition worked together, pooling their knowledge and resources in a desperate bid to understand and combat the Voidborn threat. The clock was ticking, and time was of the essence. As the first reports of Voidborn incursions reached the starbase, Admiral Hayes and her team sprang into action, coordinating the response and directing the fleet to engage the enemy. The Voidborn's arrival was marked by a darkness that seemed to swallow the light itself, their ships moving with an eerie silence that sent shivers down the spines of all who witnessed them. The battle that ensued was fierce and unforgiving, the Voidborn's technology proving to be more advanced and insidious than anything the Coalition had faced before. Their ships moved with an otherworldly grace, their weapons unleashing destruction with unerring precision. Despite the Coalition's best efforts, the Voidborn seemed to possess a tactical superiority that defied conventional strategies. Their forces cut through the Coalition's defenses with alarming speed, wreaking havoc and chaos in their wake. Admiral Hayes fought with a grim determination, her strategic brilliance tested to its limits as she sought to outmaneuver the enigmatic enemy. The battle was an uphill struggle, the odds stacked against them as the Voidborn's relentless assault continued unabated. As the starbase trembled under the force of the Voidborn's onslaught, a glimmer of hope emerged amidst the chaos. A daring maneuver coordinated by the Coalition's forces managed to disrupt the Voidborn's communications and weaken their coordinated attacks, turning the tide of the battle in their favor. With renewed determination, the Coalition forces pushed back against the Voidborn, their combined strength and unity proving to be a formidable weapon against the encroaching darkness. The battle raged on, each side locked in a deadly dance of wits and firepower, the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance. And as the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded, the galaxy stood on the brink of a new chapter. The legacy of unity that had defined the Coalition's history had been tested once more, but the spirit of cooperation and friendship had proven to be a beacon of hope in the face of the gathering storm. As the echoes of the galactic reunion faded, and the galactic community continued to thrive in a new era of peace and prosperity, a sense of wonder and exploration swept through the cosmos. Humanity, the Zelthorians, and their alien allies charted new horizons, delving into the mysteries of the universe and uncovering hidden truths that stirred the very foundation of their understanding. Captain Sarah Reynolds, now an honored elder stateswoman of intergalactic diplomacy, watched with pride as the next generation of explorers and leaders embarked on expeditions that pushed the boundaries of knowledge and discovery. Her guidance and wisdom echoed through the corridors of the interstellar embassy, shaping the destiny of a galaxy on the precipice of endless possibility. Among the myriad civilizations that populated the cosmos, whispers began to spread of a cosmic phenomenon unlike any other, an enigmatic force known as the Celestial Symphony, a cosmic melody that resonated through the very fabric of reality, beckoning those who dared to unravel its mysteries. The Celestial Symphony was said to hold the key to the secrets of creation, a harmonious convergence of energy and matter that gave rise to the birth of galaxies, stars, and life itself. Its siren call drew beings from all corners of the cosmos, each one seeking to unlock the cosmic wonders that lay hidden within its ethereal embrace. Captain Reynolds and her allies, drawn by the allure of the Celestial Symphony, embarked on a daring voyage across the cosmic expanse, braving unknown perils and cosmic wonders that tested the limits of their knowledge and understanding. As they journeyed deeper into the heart of the celestial chorus, they encountered cosmic phenomena that defied explanation, wonders that whispered of the infinite possibilities that awaited them in the cosmic symphony. Through trials of courage, wisdom, and unity, they navigated the cosmic tapestry of the Celestial Symphony, unraveling its enigmatic melodies and unlocking the secrets of creation that lay hidden within its shimmering embrace. As they delved deeper into the cosmic harmonies, a sense of awe and wonder enveloped them. The cosmic forces swirled and danced around them, weaving a tapestry of light and energy that pulsed with the rhythms of creation itself. In a climactic crescendo that reverberated across the cosmos, Captain Sarah Reynolds and her allies bore witness to the cosmic symphony in all its splendor, a spectacle of light, energy, and harmony that illuminated the cosmos with a brilliance that transcended the boundaries of reality. Amidst the cosmic reverie, Captain Reynolds felt a profound sense of fulfillment and wonder wash over her, an appreciation for the cosmic tapestry that bound them all together, a realization that they were but fragments of a larger cosmic melody that echoed through the infinity of space and time. And as the echoes of the celestial symphony lingered in the cosmic expanse, Captain Sarah Reynolds gazed out at the infinite horizons of the cosmos, a sense of peace and unity engulfing her heart. The symphony of creation sang through the fabric of reality, a testament to the enduring spirit of harmony and interconnectedness that defined their journey among the stars. And as humanity, the Zelthorians, and the myriad alien civilizations reveled in the cosmic revelations that unfolded before them, bound by a legacy of courage, unity, and discovery, they knew that the future held an infinite array of wonders and possibilities, awaiting them in the eternal dance of the cosmic symphony that resonated through the boundless expanse of the galaxy.